Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make a flat design inspired iceberg, just like the one you see right here. We're going to be making the outline, the interior shapes, and the shading, and then the little sun to go with it at the back. Once we're done this tutorial, you'll be able to make this design yourself. Now it's not too complicated. There's a couple little tricks that make it a lot easier than if you're just trying to make this image. Now, of course, before we get started, if you have any questions, suggestions, or tutorial requests, make sure you write them in the comments below. Now let's get started. So half the battle, here we have a artboard. It's 500 pixels by 500 pixels. And half the battle with any project is always choosing the right colors. So if you want to spare yourself the time, what I've done here is I went to a website like flatUIcolor.com, and they have a wonderful selection of colors for you to choose from, and that just saves you from having to think and choose the right colors. You see which ones work together and which ones don't. So we're going to be using with this color base right here, and let's get started. So first we're going to create our water, and then we're going to create our sky by just making two boxes. So it'll be like so. We're going to select both of these things, and we're going to go to Object and Lock Selection, like so. Now we can't click on them, which is good. So we're going to start off by making the shape of our iceberg, and that is using this color right here. Take it right here if you want the exact same color. Okay. And we're going to have a stroke of 2. Now we're going to use the pen tool. And you can start on the right hand side or the left hand side, doesn't matter too much. And we're just going to draw the shape of an iceberg. And basically, we're going to be clicking, and you don't want any straight lines, like that one right there. So to help you out a bit, you can turn off Smart Guides by going to View, and Smart Guides right here, Control U. And that'll prevent you from making any straight lines. And what you see is now you don't snap when you click. So we are just going to our shape, and of course, let's see where we are. Okay. Good. So we're ready to go. Alright, so let's make our shape. Using the pen tool and selecting somewhere right here, don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to start making our shape. So you want it to be a bit jagged. You never want these points right here to be too far left of those ones. We can go a bit like that, and you want it also to go in a bit, just slightly, and then once it goes in, it goes down like that. And you can keep it just a little angle like that. You don't want it too far down, and in the end you want to make sure that you have a kind of pointy end like the one you see like that. So that's our base. Now we're moving up, so we just do the opposite right there. Again, some straight lines, some a bit out, like so. Don't worry, you can use it as any shape that you want. It doesn't matter. And once we get close to the end, we want it to go basically vertically upwards. And we'll click right to there. Now we're going to create another shape using the pen tool, and we're going to create the upper shape. So we want this to basically match one another. So we can click somewhere right beside it and bring it out of the water. And you want to create some plateaus, some peaks, like so, as false peaks, and then build up to the proper peak, like that. Bring it down, up so, down, up, down, down. Keep it a bit straight, and then it drops down to here, like so. So that's the basic shape of our iceberg. Then we're going to select this right here, and it has a stroke of 5. We'll see if that's too much, and a color like the one you see right here. You can see it. And we're just going to create a line. So now we're going to turn on Smart Guides by pressing Control U, so we can draw along this path. And we're just going to click, hold Shift and drag, hold Shift and drag, and you want it to be straight with little sputters, like the ones you see right here. Just a little added effect. That. like so. Great. Now having done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the interior shape. Now the interior shape takes the same colors as this. So we are going to use our pen tool. And what you want to be drawing is, you want to be drawing polygons in here. So I'll give you an example. So starting from, let's say somewhere right here, you click out, like so, like that, and I'll bring it back to here. I'll press V and I'll press pen again, and then I'll draw the next one, which will go from here, like so. Tuck, 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 tuck. And you don't have to close these shapes, that's okay. You just need to start at one of them and then build it out like that. And so you build out your shape like so. Like that. You can have some more elongated ones, and you want them to stop at, you don't want it too natural of a border. These basically give you better shading options. And so you use these lines right here that stick out as faces to make shapes from. Has a bit of different effect. So this one sticks out. Let's draw that up like that. This can be a big face like that. And you just keep building out like so. Again, oops. It can be pretty random. It's really up to you. I wouldn't worry about that. Some of these shapes you want to build up to here, but not fully build them because we're going to extend them out at the top. So like that to here. And let's make almost done. Like so, and then we'll extend these shapes up. And to get rid of the pen tool right now, to deselect you just press V, which is your direct select key. It just helps you do this a bit faster. Okay, and the effect that you get right there is this kind of cracked ice effect, you see? And we're going to do the exact same thing at the top right here. So now press P. And we're going to build out from these ridges. So imagine this is like a ridge coming down, like that. And this one as another one that maybe almost intersects there. Again, this line's coming down, so we build the ridge out like that. And we can also build polygons up to here. So imagine that's an extension of this line right there. Keep going with that. Like so. And we're gonna just, using A, I'm gonna make this point to here so it looks like a continuation of that face and that face. So now this is a polygon and that seems to be a polygon. And we can do maybe one more to here, something like that. Okay, good. So it's not too complicated. Now, one thing I didn't mention is this line right here. You see actually all of our lines, they are rounded right here. And you can change those settings by going here into your stroke options and just go cap as rounded cap to get these effects. Good. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to shade the interior of these pieces. So we're going to select all of our items and we're going to create a new layer. And we're just going to move them into that layer right there, like so. Good. Then we're going to lock that layer. And now, that's good. We're going to select this layer, the layer below it, and we're going to use our color, our shading color. And our shading color is going to be just a bit darker than the color we use for a line. So in this case, I use this. And this is just the color that I took from that flat UI website. Really simple. And to shade, we're going to use the pen tool. And we're going to make sure that we're in that bottom layer. And we're going to start at the bottom of our shapes. And we're going to follow these anchor points slightly. And then we're going to build out. And you want them to be kind of angular. and then close off here, like so. We're just gonna keep building that way so they can be close together. You don't want it to take up the whole shape. You don't want it to be too rounded or anything funny like that. You want it to be angular to keep with the flat design style. Now sometimes you have this, where's that little icon go? This little icon, where is it? Right there. You have this little icon pop up. Make sure you don't click there if this little chain pops up. What you'll want to do is just get close to that and then bring it up. Because if you select that point, well then it's going to start linking it with the next shape, and we don't want that. No, let's get rid of that. So we just keep building up these shapes, like so. Great. So now having done the bottom here, we're going to start working on the top. And it's the exact same principle, except now we're going to put the shading at the top. And we'll use the same color as before. And once again, just do the exact same thing we did before, like so. Good. So now we have that. And the next thing we're going to do, or the last thing that we're going to do, is we're going to create our sun. And that's pretty damn simple. We're going to use an ellipse. I'm going to hold it about that big. Press I and click on our sun color. And let's unlock that layer. And we're going to move it to just over here. Now, we're going to select this shape right here. We're going to copy it. And then we're going to select our sun by holding Shift. We're going to go to Pathfinder and press Divide. Okay, now that deleted our shape, which is kind of annoying. But it did split our sun to 2 bits. So we're going to click on this bit, we're going to right click, go Ungroup, click on the bottom bit, and press Delete. Now we're going to press Ctrl Shift V, and our line appears exactly to where it was before. Cool. And the last little bit that we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to go to the eraser tool, and then we have this fine little grained eraser. And what we're going to do is we're just going to click on this line at certain little random points like this, and it's going to kind of round the shapes out a bit. Might have to modify that so that stuff doesn't really happen, but it gives just a little extra effect, like so. Actually, I'm going to Control Z that, and we are going to turn off our bottom layer so we don't erase that, like I did right there, like so. And we're just going to create some little bits like that. Now it's not perfect. You do get these funny little shapes, but that is something that you can quickly correct. That. Where else? Do we have anything funny? Go to there. To here. Some minor corrections. Nothing too bad. So, like that. Great. And now we see that this line is ahead, so we'll just click on this all and arrange it, bring it to the front, turn on our bottom layer, and there we have it. We've created our own little iceberg in flat design. This took a little bit of time, but that's just the nature of the game. So we can compare it to our old one, And there you go, every single one that you draw is going to be a little different from the other. Don't worry about it. That's normal and that's part of the fun. So, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, make sure that you hit like, subscribe, check out our other videos, and of course, just have a great day.